9/11 has been used to launch all these wars, to give trillions of dollars to the military-industrial complex, to turn our country into a total police state. They admit that over 90% of the Homeland Security apparatus is pointed at gun owners, conservatives, libertarians, returning veterans. This is treason. And so if we don't expose 9/11, if we don't expose Anwar-al-Awlaki at the Pentagon 2 months after he's the #3 guy in Al-Qaeda on the news, they will continue to stage events to move their agenda forward. But by exposing this system, we take their tool of false flag terror and this manufactured, shadowy boogeyman of terror, and we break it. And we've damaged it, and that's why the system attacks 9/11 truth so much. That's why they hate it when we talk about the Gulf of Tonkin being staged, or Operation Northwoods, or Operation Ajax, or Operation Gladio. They can't stand it. And a lot of people in the military and government are good. They know what's going on. They're leaking this information. But this is how they're trying to move their agenda forward. Worldwide, terrorism is being used for an iron curtain of tyranny to descend upon the planet. And they want to change the subject away from the political awakening and the total sweep that's happening with the elections to how Obama is saving us, and how the terror is real, and how the naked body scanners are good, and how the enhanced pat downs where they grab your private parts now, how that is all a wonderful thing. And they think you're so stupid, and I'm so stupid, and Paul's so stupid, that we don't see all these Democrats and Republicans talking about how we need to use this disaster for what George Bush's father called for, a new world order. That's a Gary Hart quote. Gary Hart thinks you're so stupid that a year after he wrote that letter and published it in the Huffington Post to Ahmadinejad, that when We Are Change confronted him at an event and read the quote, he said, I didn't say that, it's not true. And they said, here's your quote. And he said, oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I did say that. So they think you're so stupid they're out in the open doing this. Paul, I'm worried about more events, but here's the key. By us exposing this and getting out ahead of this, and the British government testing it and saying it wasn't a bomb, Obama had to come out and say, yes, it is a bomb. And they were like, okay, he says it's a bomb. It is. He's diagnosing it from 7,000 miles away, on the East Coast. It shows that we are frustrating them and stopping them, and they don't want to stage big, hot events that kill a bunch of people, because then there at least has to be some type of investigation. They're just doing these dud events. So by getting the word out, just like on September 11th, I said they're going to launch a biological attack within a month, it was already going on. I know how they work. Paul Watson, 2 minutes left, final comments.
Well, another interesting thing is that Obama was able to be informed of this plot before Cameron was told about it, before any explosives had even been discovered, because this Jabir al-Faifi had informed the Saudis, who had then passed the information on to the US. Now, al-Faifi was in Guantanamo Bay until 2007. He went back to Saudi Arabia after that, and then Saudi Arabia, which of course is completely controlled by the CIA through the ISI, al-Faifi was dispatched to Yemen to infiltrate this al-Qaeda group in Yemen and provocateur and learn of the plot. So then he comes back to Saudi Arabia, tells the Saudis, who then inform the US authorities and Obama. So the guy who's involved in this al-Qaeda group, supposedly behind this attack, is a Saudi double agent working for the Saudi intelligence services.
Paul, it's always the same, and that's what Tarpley and others have documented, that they took in all these innocent people at these camps all over the world, not just X-ray in Cuba, to find weak-minded people that would act as patsy handlers. Great job. We'll continue to read your reports at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Paul Watson, thank you for joining us to expose the fake terror, false flag, October surprise.